Hello everyone, my name is Saurabh Kumar Ghosh and my last four digit ID is 1296. So today we will represent smart cattle health and farm management system. There are my team information. My other team members are Ashriya Tripti, Promit Krishna Sarkar, Ehsan Imam Hassan, Tanmoy Kormokar. So we will jump to the introduction. Actually, the Smart Cattle Health and Farm Management System is IoT-based solution designed to help the farmers for monitoring real-time temperature, movement, milk production, feed schedules, and many more things like that. After that, the functional requirement. Actually, functional requirement defines the system what it does for farmers and others. So there are some point like real-time temperature monitoring, movement monitoring, milk production tracking, feed schedule management, vaccination record management, and instant alert, and many more things like that. This is are the functional requirement. Now, I will talk about non-functional requirements. Actually, non-functional requirements defines how well the system should perform rather than what the system does. There are five types of non-functional requirements like performance requirements, reliability requirements, security requirements, usability requirements, and data integrity requirements. This is work for the whole system, and this is so useful for our project and the system. My next team member will represent the rest of the presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Promit Krishna Sarkar. My ID is 1154. Today I will discuss about the use case diagram of smart cattle health and farm management system. This system has three main actors: the farmer, the worker, and the sensor device. The central activity is monitor cattle health, where the farmer and the worker can check the cattle temperature and movement. The sensor device continuously sends this data to the system through the sync sensor data use case. This information, the system can automatically detect illness and send health alert to farmer so that uh, take quick action can be taken. Beside health monitoring, the farmer can work perform important daily tasks such as record milk production, record feeding, record vaccination, and generating reports. Some of these tasks also trigger smart reminders like feeding and vaccination reminder, which appear only when necessary because they extend from the main activities. Overall, the diagram shows how each actor interacts with the uh, cattle health and farm operation in a more organized and efficient way. Thank you. Now I will like to call my next teammate.
Hello everyone, my name is Ashfiya Tripti. The last four digit of my ID is 1560. Today my presentation topic is the activity diagram. Here we have the activity diagram of health monitoring. This activity diagram describes the cattle health monitoring process. After the user logs into the app, monitoring starts automatically. Sensors collect temperature and movement data, send it to the app, and upload it to the cloud where it is stored and analyzed. If any abnormal temperature or movement is detected, the system generates a health alert and sends a notification to the farmer. If everything is normal, the system stores the condition as normal. This completes the process. This activity diagram shows how the system automatically monitors cattle health using sensor data and immediately notifies the farmer if any abnormal condition is detected. Next slide. Here we have the second activity diagram that represents the milk record management process. The user opens the app and enters their login information. The system validates the credentials. If the login is successful, the farmer is taken to the milk input screen. The farmer enters the milk amount and cattle ID, while the system automatically adds the date. The system then validates the entries. If the data is incorrect, an error message is shown. If the data is valid, the milk record is saved. After saving the after saving, the system updates daily statistics and generates weekly or monthly milk trends. Finally, a success message appears completing the process. Overall, this diagram shows a simple and automated flow for recording daily milk production. My next teammate, Tanmay Ramkar, will represent the next presentation. Thank you.
Hello sir, assalamu alaikum. My name is Tanmay Karmakar. My student last four digit is 1387. Now I am explain feeding schedule activity diagram. In this diagram, the process starts when the user opens the app and login. The system checks the username and password. If the login fails, the user goes back to the login page. If the success, the farmer opens the feeding schedule section. Then the farmer enters the cattle ID, feed type, and feeding type. The system validates this input. If anything is wrong, the system asks for correction. If everything is correct, the feeding schedule is saved. After the system waits until the feeding time arrives. When the feeding time is reached, the system sends a reminder notification. The farmer confirms that filling is done and the system saves the feeding log. This complete the feeding schedule flow. Next slide, please. Then I explain vaccination management activity diagram. In this vaccination diagram, the process also starts with the user opening the app and login. The system validates the credentials. If the login fails, the user tries again. If it success, the farmer open the vaccination form. The farmer enters the cattle ID, vaccination date, and next due date. The system checks the input. If any input is invalid, an error message appears. If valid, the record is saved in the database. Then the system keeps checking for the next vaccination due date. When it becomes due, the system sends a reminder notification to the farmer. This is my part. Then my next team member explain the next part.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Islam Hassan. The last four digit of my ID is 1508. Today I will discuss about the sequence diagram of our smart cattle health and farm management system. The diagram illustrates how different actors and system components interact to ensure a fully automated and intelligent farm environment. First, both the farmer and worker initiate the process by logging into the system. Their login requests are validated by the authentication service, which communicates with the database to verify their credentials. Once authenticated, the system loads a personalized database for each user. Next, the IoT sensor attached to the cattle continuously send real-time data such as temperature, activity levels, and health indicators to the health monitor module. The module analyzes the data, and if any abnormality is detected, it triggers an alert back to the farmer. Users can also manually check the health status of any cattle. When they request health details, the health monitor fetches updated data from the database and displays meaningful insights. The system also supports daily farm operations. For example, a farmer can add entries such as milk production, feeding schedule, or vaccination updates. These entries are stored securely in the database through the record service. Finally, when users request production or health reports, The report service gathers all relevant data, processes it, and returns comprehensive, easy to read reports. The entire workflow ensures smooth, accurate, and automated farm management from end to end. Next slide, please. To conclude, our smart cattle health and farm management moves traditional farming into a modern, data-driven ecosystem. By integrating IoT wearable sensors, cloud storage, and a mobile-friendly application, we bring automation and intelligence directly to the farmer's hands. The system provides early disease detection, optimized feeding schedules, better milk productivity, timely vaccination reminders, and instant alerts for emergencies. With real-time data and actionable insights, farmer can make faster and smarter decisions, ultimately improving cattle well-being and reducing operational effort. This solution not only enhances the efficiency of livestock management, but also contributes to a sustainable, scalable, and intelligent future for the entire farming industry. That's all from us. Thank you, everyone.